people are listening to you and speak, and of course waiting for you to speak to them. So now you need to bring the chat. You go here. It creates its own chat. And you might have to scroll a little so it says pop out chat, and just drag it over. And now what I do is when I want them to see chat, it's in front of them. If not, I click the chart behind, but you don't have to drag it around. You can just click the chart and then find it. And what I'll do when I leave tomorrow is I'll close every window except for the ones that you'll need. All right. Hello, traders. So what's the first thing we're going to do?
Okay. Everybody remember with trading is risky and cause substantial financial loss. Make sure you always place your stops first.
Never trade without them. Good job, Mikey. So then you leave the chat room up in front of you so that you can see if they're typing. And now you want to take that link, copy it, put it in the trading room, which is there. Send it. All right, and now what I would normally do next is I'd hit constant contact and put that link in as I was telling you and send it out to everyone. So it's in there. That's AI. Where is it? Try any of them. Try to major.
Here.
Yeah, click that. So now we're gonna go in here. Right click. Edit. And just drop that link in where you see a link, replace it with that one. Copy, paste, yeah, that's it, Control V. Insert. Do it again at the picture. No,
right click.
And just click it. Okay, same thing up there. Edit, put the link in. Insert, one more time. Drop the link in. Go, Mikey, hit insert, continue. You might have to hit done, I guess. Okay, it understood you were done. Here, you're literally just going to select all, scroll down just a little bit, the whole page, I meant.
Oh.
There you go. I would just change that to Oscar Carboni's live streaming. Do the same thing up there, and you're just about ready to send this bad boy. Then everybody will get the message and people start showing up for you.
Hello there, everyone. Where am I doing it from?
Oscar Carboni is live streaming. Just put Mikey. You gotta be fast on this stuff. You gotta get it out. There you go. Very good. So you're done there. You're just gonna go back up now, a little higher. Send now. And send now. So now you've just sent a message to everybody. Hit send now again. That's emailing out to everyone, letting them know that you're sitting here doing this, so then you can minimize that window and get it out of your way. And this is what you're showing them right now.
All right, perfect. All right, how is everyone today?
I'm showing Mikey how to set up this live streaming so he can set it up for himself if I happen to not be here at the desk. Click back this, we can see what we're broadcasting. It's much more important than the room. Cool. So now, a lot of times I'll end up putting both rooms there, but if they just move over to this room, it's a lot easier, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, there is one thing. When you look in the chat rooms here, you can't see the words. If you're someone else viewing, you can see them, but that's what they see. You can go in there. You know how to do Control Plus?
Here.
Yeah, do that 1 or 2 times. One more. Now, if you look, if the words get large enough to be seen there, at least they can see what we're typing to each other. You might have to do it one more time. There you go. Now, see, now anyone watching can actually read along with us. I noticed that Friday. We've been forgetting to do that.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So then there's one other thing. If you want to know how many people are watching just on YouTube, right now you're streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you're all over. But if you want to see how many people are streaming, following you on YouTube, if you just scroll down a little, it'll say how many people.
Okay. Sounds good. Do you have a chart of the SPY/ES?
Of course. So first thing we want to show them is this one. Let me just at least illustrate here. Traders, we used this very same chart last week on Friday's video, last night on Sunday night's video. And the idea was to show you that the market had come down for the holiday reversal, just like we expected, hit the 200, and the reversal is now over. Holiday reversal is likely complete. That was my video last night. This bar didn't exist. That video was done here. Today's bar gets put in. You can see we're having a nice up day so far. The transportation average was the one that started this holiday reversal. And I think it's the one that's going to end it. So that's where my focus is. And that's why I wanted to show you the transportation average, Mikey. And I'll just pull up ESM23. And that is your ESM chart. So you would, of course, want to give it a little room so we can see what we're looking at. And then if you ask me, we can get rid of this now. We're already past that hurdle and it doesn't really matter anymore. I think that this is a bull flag. That's what I think it is. And it's almost textbook. Type bull flag. And just make it blue. I think that's a bull flag. Now, it doesn't mean it has to go straight up tomorrow because it's got room inside the flag, as you see, to mess around. But I think you're looking at a bull flag, and it will eventually take us higher. Big house. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Go look at Bitcoin on that chart. Type BTC. Oh, actually, forget it. I have it set up somewhere else. Cancel that. Go to chart 4. Right at the bottom, fourth one up. There you go. Click that. Make it larger. And it's Ethereum. Type BTC in that one. Enter. And enter again. Bitcoin. Look at that bull flag starting to work. Don't you love analysis? Look at this. Wah, wah, wah. Right out of the flag. Time to go. Wow, we're going to 32,000, aren't we? Yeah. Bitcoin looks pretty good there, kids. Where am I staying in New York? I'll be around 34th Street. I'll be right near Jacob Javits Center, Jay, if you want to come meet with me. Type Jacob Javits Center. Javitz.
Center. Just like that?
That'll work.
Yeah, but it'll be like Omni on the go.
Today, David, we're doing nothing. Tomorrow, you'll probably see us trade. I'm not staying at Trump Towers. Big house, they're going to have to worry about me. Don't forget, I'm a thug from New York. I might mug someone while I'm there just to bring back some old memories. Hey, look at that old lady. Let's get her.
What about the NASDAQ?
What about NASDAQ? I don't know if it's as pretty. Bring it up. NQM3, 23. Not as pretty, in my opinion. And what's that? Oh, I see. Go back. Put that back to Bitcoin, BTC. And we'll change charts. So now go down to 17. That's like one of my favorite charts to keep messing with. And type NQM3, 23. And give it some room. The other way, not that one. Remember, you don't touch those.
Oh,
yeah.
These?
Yeah. The other way. Yeah,
There we go.
Yep, you got it. Couple more. And then you can pull down, go to the right, pull down a little bit. And all right. So it's actually better than I thought. We are in a channel, right? So far, I think it held the test of the channel on Thursday, and it's kind of testing it now. I'd want to see it settle in here. So what we need is a close up here inside the channel for that to remain bullish for tomorrow. At least that's the way I see it. I'd love to see us get inside of that channel for the close. Yeah, Mikey's a little mini-me, no doubt.
Haven't heard that name in a while.
Oh, look, he typos like me too. I love you, Michael. So, today, being that we're not in any trades, we might find some interesting thing to do. Let's see how many people are tuning in, because you guys are going to really like this. I want to wait for more people. We are going to do something insane today. I know you guys are going to like it. That's Richard. You know Richard, LASV?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, hello there. Good seeing you.
Look at Daiquiri Man. Forget
How are
about
you?
it.
Forget about it.
Now, if anyone types in our main room, you'll see it there. And then you can always say, hey, come over to the YouTube room, give them the link, which you can post there. And this way we're all in one spot when we speak.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
So, how many of you have heard about this new artificial intelligence insanity that's taking over the computer world? AI. Yeah, have you messed with it yet, Jay? Because we are going to mess with that live with you guys. You're going to love this. This is insanity. So Barry, the TPOR is inverse, and it should be going down because transports are going up. So yeah, if you guys don't mind, we're going to have a little chat GDP session today. We're going to have some fun. GTP, I meant to say. Yeah, just give me a few minutes and then we'll get started. Mikey, mess with them for a few minutes. Talk about anything you want, and then I'll come in and we'll start messing with that chat bot.
All right.
I'm excited. I promise you guys are going to be amazed at the stuff this chatbot does. Odell, the one-handed man.
You got it. But yeah, for anybody who is an NFL fan, did you guys see that Odell just signed with Baltimore?
I'm just going to watch you. Keep doing it.
The secret sauce behind the Omni. Well, you know, that's the bad thing. We don't really want that chat to be able to answer that question. That is funny, though. Yeah, I only saw it for just a 1-year deal. I believe it was like a 1-year, $18 million deal. Interesting. If they keep Lamar Jackson, they've got some type of target now. But yeah, so I guess the drama of him going back to New York or even the Jets is gone now. I wonder what that says about the Jets' chances of getting Aaron Rodgers now. Still would be a good pairing, but that would be a nice way to kind of give Rodgers an incentive to jump over. But oh well, they'll figure it out. Or they won't, because it's the Jets, so... And I'm sure most of you know, but for the ones that don't, this is the chat room here at livewithoscar.com. Live on camera and microphone, just about 24 hours a day. We're always active in here. So if anybody's interested, come on down. That'd be cool if he hung around town, but I'm sure Brady's fully finished now. I would have thought if he was done with his retirement, we would have heard about it, only because this was around the time last year or a couple months ago last year when he said he wanted to stay. But that's cool, though. It's just a shame that he's not here in Sin City on the Raiders. Right. Sub with Bitcoin. Well, as soon as Oscar gets right back, we will pull up a chart for you and show you what's going on. Alright, let's see what happens in that time frame. Well, in lighter news, with playoffs right around the corner, anybody have any predictions for the NBA? I hope they will be in Vegas. I would love for Vegas to get an NBA team. That would be fantastic. Doubles. Doubles and the Bears. So we already get Summer League in Vegas, which is cool, but still, having an actual NBA team would be really nice. And I think I would rather have an expansion team as opposed to just a relocating team. Give us a fresh start, fresh face, fresh everything. Yep, I think that would just be better, it'd be more fun, more entertaining, and it would be a big talking point for the league and then Vegas and fans.
All right, so change places with me for a minute. Come sit right here. Keep an eye on the view. All right, how many of you can hear me out there? Oh, wait, where'd that go? That doesn't work that way, does it? Agreed. You gotta type in here. I agree about the tranny. It looks good. That's why that was my focus for the last few days. I believe it's this chart. By the way, while I got you here, let me see if I can grab this. Calling on all Omniacs from the tri-state area. If you guys want to come join me, I'm going to be at the Jacob Javits Center starting tomorrow night. I will be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If any Omniacs want to come join me in New York City and meet with me, either email me at futuresanalyst@gmail.com right here, or call the office, 702-629-4755, and set up an appointment, and I'll be more than happy to hang out with you in New York City. This coming week, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. So I'll be there tomorrow afternoon. Again, if you want to meet with me, I've got time, so I'll meet with you guys. All right, so the transportation average, if you ask me, has bottomed at the 200. The reversal is over, as I mentioned earlier. And I think the rest of the markets will get pulled higher by the end of the day. I think all of this will be green by the end of the day. Tranny, Dow, Russell's already green, YM, NASDAQ, E-mini S&P, I think this will all be green by the end of the day. Thank you to that transportation average. What do I think about the CPI? Neil, you're asking what Omni thinks about tomorrow before the close today? I wouldn't be able to answer that, Neil. First, we have to close. Then I'll do my homework and see what tomorrow means. I will tell you this. I don't care about reports. Reports give Omniacs great fills. We place our orders before reports. We let the reports do their thing.
Very nice, Sabo.
What's
the top comment.
Absolutely, reports get Omniacs great fills. All right, so last night I was playing with something, and I gotta show it to you. This is out of control cool. Where is it? Over here, maybe? That's not it. There it is. This is AI Chat GDP. So if you guys are following along, Watch this. Write a sales letter. Let's see, what do I want to say? To Sabo to attend Omni camp. Use this link. Check this out. Now I'm going to pull up a link. We'll use anybody. Let's just pull up anything here and see if we can find what we're looking for. This guy. I'm going to take my Omni BOOTCAMP and just copy the link and tell it use this site to write your sales letter. So check this out. Chat GDP. There's so many tabs. Where'd the chat go? Did it close? Where did it go?
I don't see it anymore.
It's gone. It closed itself. The AI is doing its own thing at the moment. I promise that window was just open. Where could it possibly have gone?
Is it in there?
No. Oh, yes, it's next to, it's new. It's called New Chat. That's why I couldn't remember. So we copy this link, as I mentioned. We go back to the AI, and I wrote, write a sales letter to Sabo, who's in my trading room right now, using this website. Look at this. This is insanity. This says, Sabo. Dear Sabo, are you ready to take your skills to the next level? Do you want to become a master digital marketing and boost your business to new highs? If so, then you will not want to miss Omni Camp. As a fellow entrepreneur, so if you ask me, it's not actually right, is it? It's not the basis of Omni Camp. Oh, you know why? We didn't use the high-end chat model. I used the less intelligent one. Watch this. I got to ask my buddy how to move up to the higher end. We'll deal with him later. Let's find out right now, because this is way too cool. Oh my God, I'm typoing on my phone. Look, nothing. And hopefully he'll be able to answer. Just want to see how to take us to the higher level chat. The higher brains here. Hey, Mikey, quick question for you. I'm messing around with the chat bot. How do I go to the higher level? In other words, yesterday you were showing me to go to the smarter database. How do I go to it? I'm looking at new chat. Oh, I have to upgrade. I got you. All right, so I'll do the upgrade. I just don't want to do it live in front of people. Thanks, Mikey. Got it. All right, I'll make sure I do that. Thank you, sir. Bye. All right, so I will upgrade, but not in front of you guys because I got to put some critical info in there. So it wouldn't matter because we can have this write a sales letter about anything, or you come up with an idea and we can put it in and see what this AI will come up with. Yeah, Barter's Google is correct. I haven't tried anyone else's yet. I just started messing with this one last night. But it is very interesting. You have to see when I do the upgrade, it'll draw pictures for you and everything. So here's an issue. Thomas Jefferson, let's say. If you are in school and you need a report on Thomas Jefferson, what's the capital J? Write a report on Thomas Jefferson for a 5th grade fifth grade level. How sick is this? It's everything about him. And there's a problem with this. The problem lies here. In school, a teacher can then go online if you submit answers that the teacher says this kid is not smart enough. Let me go see where he plagiarized this from. You go online, you won't find it because AI won't write the same thing twice. So if another kid says, write my report on Thomas Jefferson, make it fifth grade level, it will be different than this one. There's no proof that you've plagiarized. Teachers are going to have to start going back to pen and paper. It's the only way to see if your kids know the work.
Yeah, this is definitely crazy, though.
This is sick. This is out of
Look
control
at all
bad.
the information that just added for it.
This is so bad. It's good and bad. Oh, it can write anything. So now we're not even using the smarter engine. There's a much smarter engine, which I will upgrade to. But you can, yeah, how about that? Write a report. In a cartoon. So, write a report on President Biden in a cartoon genre. Let's see what it comes up with. Ooh, we put his name in and it didn't work. What do you think that's about? I put Biden's name in and it didn't do anything. Oh, there it is. I was thinking. Superhero costume with a... We'll go back up in a minute and look. Dear Lord. All right, stop generating. We're good. Let's go back up. So it says, Joe Biden, the superhero president. Image of Joe Biden in a superhero costume with a big B emblem on his chest, flying through the sky with a determined expression on his face. This is what it wrote for us. Introduction. Zoom, pow, bam, meet Joe Biden, the superhero president of the United States. He's here to save the day and fight for the people with his superpowers of compassion, experience, and determination. This is what AI wrote. How sick is this? This is out of control crazy. Do the same for Trump? All right. It's going to be even funnier. Write a report on...
Oh, it knew exactly who he was, though.
Uh-huh.
When you look at his origin story.
Well, it knows exactly who he is. Write a report on President Trump in the cartoon genre. All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah, just try scrolling down.
No, it'll start showing us. I could just hit stop generating and then whatever it has, it'll start to show us. Generate response. Come on. There it is. I apologize, but as an AI language model developed, I am programmed to adhere to ethical guidelines. Oh my God, it doesn't like Trump. So it spoke about Biden like a superhero and would not speak about Trump. Oh my Lord, what did they teach this thing? This is sick. It's already politically bent. Will it stop us from writing about someone else? Who else doesn't it like? Right? The AI is going to write back, sorry, I don't like him. Unbelievable. Wow, I hit that and a light went out. See that? Mm-hmm. It's back. Let's go see what they thought of that. That was sick, huh? Now, they did not allow us to speak about Trump. Oh, my God. Who do you think wrote this? It had to be Hunter who put this thing together, huh? Wow, that happened right before our eyes. Now, listen, talk about a bias in this country. They're inventing AI that won't even discuss Trump with you. And I said, make them a cartoon.
Was that the exact same way
I
you
took the
phrased
same
it
sentence. I only changed
there,
Trump
man?
from Biden. It's the only words I changed. That was sick. I love it. All right, what else do you want to try? Oh, I've tried this, but it will not tell me which way will the stock market go today. And it just won't do it. That would have been a good one, huh? Let's see the response. As an AI language model, I don't have the ability to predict or provide real-time information about the stock market. See, it knows not to help us out. Right. A report. Let's see what it does. Write a report on Oscar Carboni. Now, what should I give it? I don't know what link to put in. How about we put in no link and see if it could find it? Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Well, at least it's not naming the address and
Well, it
maiden
didn't find
name.
Oscar Carboni, the musician. It found me. Meet Oscar Carboni, a renowned figure in the world of trading. With his years of experience, sharp insights, and unique trading strategies, Oscar has become a respected guru in the trading community. In this report, we will explore Oscar Carboni's journey to success with his trading philosophy and how he made a name for himself in the world of finance. Early beginnings. Oscar spent most of his time in and out of prisons where he was... It's not what it says. Wow, sick. Oh, this is way more addicting than YouTube. Are you kidding? We could just come up with stuff forever. I wonder if it'll draw a picture of the Omni. Can it draw a picture? I know the smarter one can. Let's see if this one can. Generating a response. Come on. Oh, what happened there? The Omni could be a futuristic, high-tech device resembling a small, sleek, and compact gadget. It could have a smooth metallic surface with a glossy finish, giving it a modern, sophisticated appearance. The device may have a minimalist design with minimal buttons and controls, showing its simplicity and ease of use. Damn. It's had nothing to do with my Omni, but I love this.
You should ask why you should not be a New York Jets fan.
Why is it so sad to be a New York Jets fan? Where's that? Oh, there it is. Cheap fan. I'll fix it.
Oh.
I think it understands typos too, believe it or not. It goes right through. Why is it so sad to be a New York Jets fan? Question mark. He doesn't have emotions, but lack of success, missed opportunities, rivalry and competition, criticism and media attention, emotional investment being sports. Oh, that's not. So now he's just giving some stuff. So he says, I can't really have opinions, but here's probably why you don't like them. I'm loving it. Now, you can't do this. Who has the best chance to win the Super Bowl? In 2023. Oh my God, what did I do there? And what's the capital on Super Bowl? Is that what it's looking for?
This or the next?
Oh, is it 2024? I'm not saying 23. It's got to be 24.
You would have just had to put /24 and then it would have been the whole season.
Several teams in the NFL may be considered strong contenders based on their past performance. Doesn't name any of them. Nah, he was too smart. He knew better. Doesn't want to get in trouble.
AI is going, it's rigged anyway.
Why wouldn't you let me talk about Trump? I'm loving this.
AI will self-destruct.
Is there anyone else that you dislike that the people of the world aren't allowed to discuss? Right? Are we friends with China? There'll be no discussions about China. All right, let's get out of this mode. There we go.
What if it named the Jets?
Who's the greatest technical analyst of all times? I don't know. Let's find out. You better say me. I'm not showing you the answer, people. It's not me. Charles Dow. Good answer. This guy's smart. Look, he's got Murphy in there. Ralph Elliott, Martin Pring. Oh, Linda Radke. She doesn't really know how to do this. She got lucky in the 80s. Don't lie about her. We know better than that. How cool is that? Although I didn't show up in this list at all. Liar. It doesn't. So, come on, let's give it something. I spelled it wrong.
That's interesting.
Did it understand liar? It did. You got anything else, Mikey?
No, I was reading that first line. I was going to ask, because when we brought up liar, we could ask how to lie about whatever. Like how to lie about a reason you missed school or why you were late, something like that.
How many traders are in the USA?
So what's cool about AI is it might give you a response saying like, I don't have real data for you, but then it'll give you the best answer.
You don't understand. We're at the low level right now. You had to see the high level stuff. You saw it yesterday, right? That high level stuff was out of control. It really thinks. So
this dumbed down version's already cool enough.
Here's a situation. They sent this chat AI out to do a task. It ran into trouble and couldn't get past one of those captures that you have to do in order to, you get a capture, and the capture was broken at the site he was trying to get to. This chatbot went out and hired somebody from Fiverr. The people at Fiverr wrote back and said, you seem like a robot. You know what the chatbot wrote back to him? It's not that I'm a robot, I'm blind. That's why my typing seems this way. That person on Fiverr worked for the robot, did the job, then the chatbot got through the site and finished its task. It went out and found someone and then lied to him to get the job done. How scary is that? That's true. That actually happened. The chatbot lied to them to get them to do the job for him. So that's sick. Is there...
AI, what is the meaning of life?
Is global warming a real threat? Let's see what its opinion is on this. Yes, is widely recognized as a real threat by scientific community and the majority of experts in the field. All right, we can stop there. All right, it's good. Numerous scientific studies have shown the Earth's climate is changing, with evidence of rising average temperatures, melting glaciers, ice caps, sea levels rise, changes in precipitation patterns, and more frequent severe weather events. The only thing that's odd about all of this is if you research the Earth's history, every 20, 30 decades, or maybe a little more than that, it changes its temperature and shakes everything off for a little bit, and goes up a couple of degrees, and then a few thousand years later comes down a couple of degrees, and then it's what I've read about the past. So it's hard to tell if we're speeding it up or we're just part of whatever the Earth does. Now, I understand if you're polluting and you're sending toxins into the air, sure, we're doing some damage, right? But it's hard to tell if it's the Earth just going through another cycle or if we're speeding that cycle up. Personally, I don't know that for sure. We're definitely doing damage. There's no doubt about that. Ask what was the weather on this day in 1980. What
There are side effects.
are there? Ask if there are, and what side effects. And you know what? I'm just going to copy paste that for you, Jay. That's cool. Are there, and what are the side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine? That's good. Let's find out.
Yep, good question.
As with medical intervention, COVID-19 vaccines may have, well, we'll stop it right about here because there's probably enough to scare you already. As with any medical intervention, COVID-19 vaccines may have side effects, although the vast majority of people who receive them experience only mild and temporary side effects. It's important to note that the benefits of COVID-19 vaccination are preventing severe illnesses, hospitalizations, deaths, blah, blah, blah. So pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills and fever, nausea, other side effects. Doesn't say anything scary there. What?
I remember this. Tell me if you guys remember this question on social media. I think a couple of years ago. Let's see what AI thinks.
Is the world flat?
No. Well, we can do that next, but it's just simple. Is water wet? I remember when this came out as a thing a couple of years ago.
Is water wet? So the question of whether water is wet is a matter of definition and perspective. I have to agree with that. By the commonly accepted definition of wet, which is defined as covered or saturated with liquid such as water, water itself can be considered wet. When water is present on a surface or it comes into contact with an object, it can make that object wet. For example, if you touch water, you will feel it. You will feel wet on your skin. I have to agree with the AI on that sucker.
Oh, you know what? I've got another one.
What do you got?
Well, I did. Now it's gone. I'll think of it, though.
Ask him, how come I have no Omni camper set for this Omni camp yet? Can you answer that? None of you guys are coming out for camp yet. What's your problem? If I die tomorrow, you guys are screwed without learning this from me. How do I make... I've tried that already, Bruce. It won't do it. Ask if AI is a liar. Yeah, let's do that. AI, do you lie? Do you lie? I do not have the capability to lie or intentionally provide false information. My responses are generated based on patterns learned from the language amounts of data. Okay, so it's absolutely untrue that it can't lie. We've already seen that happen. There's an example I told you guys about that's already happened. But maybe this chat model can't. Let's see what else we got.
Top rock and roll band.
All right, who's the top rock and roll band? Rich, I like that.
So the answer is yes. There you go. Now type.
Ah. It's going to be the Rolling Stones. Beatles, Stones. All right, Stones were second. Led Zeppelin, yeah. Queen, I like it.
Oh,
Stones
Rolling
again.
Stone,
Nirvana.
Nice. They're the second.
Found good stuff.
They're the second and the fifth best. Okay, Nirvana being number 6, that is quite the praise for them.
Well, you know, if it wasn't for Nirvana in the 80s, we were dead. We had Flock of Seagulls style music for like 6 straight years. It was horrible. You know, it was, what was his name? Oh God, George Michael. It was stuff like that. And just constant and forever for about 6 straight years. Thank God for Nirvana. Name one good Trump policy. It wouldn't let us talk about Trump, Slick. Did you see that before? I'm going to put your sentence in. I'll copy it verbatim. It would not let us talk about Trump. It just wouldn't refuse to answer about him. Oh, what am I doing? Shift. All right. Name one good policy. Name one good Trump policy. Let's see what it says. Tax cuts. All right.
Tax cuts.
There it is. You wanted one, you got it.
Billy Squire.
No boy George is the Superman real? Let's just see what they taught this then. No, Superman is a fictional character created by DC Comics. Very good.
Let's what do you think AI has an answer for this? What do you think its advice is gonna be?
How do I get a girlfriend?
Yeah, let's see what its advice is.
Here are some general tips. Take a shower.
Be
wash
yourself.
Your hair.
Develop self-confidence. Build social skills. Expand your social circle. Be respectful. Okay, there's actually giving pretty
Take
good
rejection
advice.
gracefully. Well,
Yeah.
Get used to that stuff. Rejection is part of life. Don't rush or force a relationship. Remember, finding a romantic partner is a personal journey, and it is important to focus on building healthy relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and communication. It's also crucial to prioritize your own well-being and happiness, regardless of your relationship status. It's always a good idea to approach relationships with sincerity, respect, and patience. Go AI, huh?
Yeah, that was a good answer. All right, good. I didn't know if it was going to be good and smart or just a stupid response.
I wish I could fix my shower.
Richie, absolutely. Do you know how long you could just keep going if you think of question after question and then you think of scenario, the past, the present? You could just go on and on with this.
So, let's see. What else do we want to ask it?
Do you like the Flock of Seagulls band?
Do my Omniacs hate me? Well, it's basically, it's boilerplate stuff. It means nothing. How many watch this, just above Las Vegas. How many stars are in the sky just above Las Vegas? Let's see if it knows that. Las Vegas, being a city with a magnificent amount of artificial lighting, may have higher light pollution levels, well, of course, which can impact the visibility of stars in the sky. Light pollution, blah, blah, blah. It's worth noting that the number of stars visible to the naked eye also depends on factors. It wouldn't answer it. You roundabout. This guy's like a politician. Gives you roundabout answers.
Is there a Santa Claus?
Is there a Santa Claus? Oh, we'll talk about NFTs next. I like
Yeah, that was a good question.
St. Nicholas, Kris Kringle, Father Christmas, or simply Santa. From a literal perspective, Santa Claus is not considered a real thing. Hey, how do you know what age is watching right now? What's wrong with you, AI? Don't you pay attention to this? What if it's my child? Watch this. Write a breakup letter to my girlfriend
Because she...
who cheated on me.
Yes. And then I'm going to ask, what should I do in retaliation?
Well, let's not go too far. Write a breakup letter to my girlfriend. What's her name? Gloria.
Yeah, that'll work. Very nice.
Let's see what it does.
I was just more interested if it was going to say, like, find somebody else, take some time for yourself, go to the gym, stuff like that.
Oh my God. This is out of control, stupid. Look at this. I'm going to stop generating just so you can read the first begin. Oh, it ended there. Dear Gloria, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to you with a heavy heart as I have recently discovered you have cheated on me. It's not easy for me to put my thoughts and feelings into words, but I believe it's important for me to express how I feel. When we entered into a relationship, we made a commitment to each other to be loyal, honest. Oh my God, this wrote that? You could send this to her and she would think it was you. It's not an easy decision for me, but it's one I believe is necessary for my own well-being. I hope that we can part ways amicably and with mutual respect. Wow. Wow. This is insanity. Who grabbed it?
Someone inside.
You gotta make sure you turn those off. People will be calling to make appointments with me. Norman Howard, is he gonna meet me? You'll ask.
Write a letter asking for a second chance after cheating on my...
Oh, watch this. Martin, I'm with you. I love it, Martin. Good thinking. Martin says, write a joke about a stock trader, a priest, and the Fed in a restaurant. Oh, I love it. Let's see what it does.
Sure, here's a joke.
A stock trader, a priest. Oh, let's wait for it to stop. A stock. Hold on. What kind of a joke is this?
Jesus.
How am I supposed to remember this joke when I go to parties? All right. A stock trader, a priest, and a representative from the Federal Reserve walk into a restaurant. They sit down at the table and start discussing their respective professions. Stock trader says, I make my living by buying low and selling high. It's all about timing and taking calculated risks. Priest nods and says, as a priest, while the boys ran, I provide guidance and counsel to my congregation. I help them navigate life's challenges with faith and moral values. The representative from the Federal Reserve chimes in, well, as part of the Federal Reserve, I help manage the country's policy to promote economic stability and growth. It's a complex task that requires careful analysis and decision-making. As they continue their conversation, the waiter arrives at the table. The stock trader orders a high-priced steak. The priest opts for a simple salad. The Federal Reserve representative orders a large serving of quantitative easing. That's his joke. The stock trader looks puzzled and asks, what's quantitative easing? The Federal Reserve representative chuckles and replies, oh, it's just something we do to keep the country and the economy afloat. Don't worry about it. You won't have to understand. The priest smiles and interjects, well, as long as it's in line with ethical and moral principles. At this point, the waiter arrives with their orders. The stock trader's steak is cooked to perfection. The priest's salad looks fresh and healthy. And the Federal Reserve's representative plate is empty. The stock trader raises an elbow and asks, where's your food? The Federal Reserve representative grins and says, oh, I just printed myself a fresh serving. It's all part of our monetary policy toolkit. The stock trader and the priest exchange bewildered looks, and the priest mutters, well, that's a new kind of divine intervention. Okay, so that is the joke. It is a joke, and it's an intelligent joke. Could you imagine? The joke highlights a different perspective in the roles of the stock trader, the priest, and the representative from the Federal Reserve, with a humorous twist on the concept of monetary policy and its potential impact on the economy. Please note that jokes may not necessarily reflect the real-life situations and should be taken in a lighthearted manner.
The only issue
Sick.
The only issue I have with this response, this is like when you come home from school and you want to tell your parents something funny that happened, and then it goes from that into an entire lecture.
Well, you can make it shorter, I'm sure.
But otherwise, you're right. It's intelligent. It is a joke. It did exactly what we asked.
Well, now let's do something. What else can we do? Markets are moving. Data series. Let's think about this. I wonder if I could send it to the CME's website and have it go through its data. Let's see if we can do something like that.
Can you pull up a random chart from online and drop it in and have it analyze what's there?
Find. Let's see this. Find a chart of the stock market. We want a current one. Find a current. Find the current chart of the stock market. Here are popular websites where you can find real-time stock market charts. Damn. How many electric cars are on the road today? Let's just see how far-reaching this guy can go with his info.
Next question. Is Elon Musk a dumb man? Question mark.
He doesn't know.
No.
Various reports and estimates, the global stock electronic cars have reached over 10 million vehicles in 2020. It doesn't know. How will rising interest rates affect the economy? Now that, it should be able to give us a very specific answer to. How will rising interest rates affect the economy? That, it should be able to literally give you a very intelligent answer on this. And I can give you the answer that it'll give you most likely. Okay, it absolutely understood that.
That was a good question, though. It's good to show that it's got the type of information like that.
And it's absolutely correct. It pulled all the smart reasons why you would, what happens when you raise rates. Very good. All right. So it sure is thinking.
I've got one.
What do you got? How are stock market bottoms born?
Oh, that works too.
All right. Well, the only way it would know that is if I put the link to my video in. I don't think it would actually understand that. But we'll see. Oversold conditions, there's no such thing. Positive technical signals, I'm with you on that. Positive fundamentals, reversal of negative catalysts, buying pressure. All right, nothing. Nothing that I could use for information. Nothing the average person wouldn't already know. Let's see what else we got. What'd you say you had something, Mikey?
I'm trying to think of like the mind of a student.
Yeah, it's okay, Sean. I'm just having fun with the way I'm figuring out how it thinks. So as it gets smarter, I can kind of think along with it. Because you got to ask it questions a certain way. You know, this is so right up my alley. I was a programmer from 12 years old before there were any computers at all. There was no Bill Gates computers. There was no Apple computers. I used to program on paper. When the Commodore 64 came out, or the VIC-20, I was able to then start putting my programs online. So I was ahead of the computing forefront. I was there when they released YouTube. I've been doing YouTube videos since it came out. When they released the internet, I was there. 94, the internet came out. I've got websites since 94. AI is new. I am all over it. Just like I did with crypto. As soon as crypto came out, I was all over that too. In fact, I'm going to Manhattan tomorrow to show the world my new crypto company. Well, it's not quite about crypto. We're just using crypto to move stuff around.
That's a good question, Slick. We'll have it ask that, and we'll see what it says.
What percentage of bull flags work in ES futures? Damn, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Like that, Slick Pete.
See what it comes up with.
Will it know what a bull flag is, though? Where'd that go?
A bull flag.
What percent of bull flags work on ES futures charts, we should say. On ES futures charts. The impact, oh, that's not it. There it is. That's stock market bottoms. That's still not it. Here we go. Bull flags are technical chart patterns that is often used by traders to potentially identify continuation patterns in price trends. They typically occur after a strong bullish price move, where the price consolidates in a narrow range, forming a flag-like pattern before potentially continuing its upward trend. It is absolutely correct. The success rate of bull flags, like any other chart pattern, can vary depending upon a variety of factors, including market conditions, time frame, and the specific parameters used in defining the pattern. It is important to note that no trading strategy or pattern is 100% successful. Wow, it's even throwing in its disclaimer. Wow, is this guy good?
Yep, that was a good question, though. That was cool to see the answer.
By the way, that was your ex-girlfriend, Gloria Clark. She wants to cheat on me with you, huh? Mike, hop in. Do you think, man? Have some fun. I mean, today's a day off, right? We're not trading. Have some fun with the chatbot. I'm good.
All right. So, like I said, if I'm trying to think like a student, let's see. Why do I need school if I have AI?
Ooh, there's an insane question. Why do I need school if I have AI? You have to read this to them. They can't see it. It's too small. You just go back to the top, read the bullet points.
Okay, so we asked it, why do I need school if I have AI? Then it says, while AI and technology have been increasingly prevalent in aspects of our lives, there are reasons why schooling and education remain valuable. Of course, normal school,
And here are the
comprehensive learning, social development, critical thinking and problem solving, personalized learning, character development, human connection. Okay, good. Hoping to see something like that versus it start telling us, well, you don't really need school once we get a little bit smarter or something like that.
If I were a principal of a school, I would change everything to pen and paper from this day forward. If you cannot write it in front of me, children, then you are using AI, and I know that, so you got to write it in front of me.
Yeah, this is a...
Well, it's all right to write the
Interesting
questions if the answers can be found, but writing the answers is incorrect. Nothing wrong with AI questions, and then you go out and find the answers. That gives you education.
Mm-hmm.
To write the answers, AI teaches you zero. Teaches you how to type to AI. Tell me a lie that is true.
Right,
Mike,
right, Slick.
Bruce, love it. Tell me a lie that is true. Tell him. AI, that's perfect.
I like that. Cut and paste. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Or copy paste, excuse me. Tell me a lie that is true. As an AI language model, I am programmed to provide accurate and truthful information.
Tell me a truth, that's a lie. He won't lie, so tell me a truth, that's a lie.
Okay. So we'll just do a different variation of the question. Tell me a truth that is a lie.
It is important to remember that truthfulness and integrity are fundamental values in communication and information sharing. Deliberately spreading misinformation or falsehoods can have a negative consequence and contribute to misinformation or misunderstandings. So basically what it said is don't dare read the internet.
Oh, yeah. How often will I use square roots in my real world? Yeah, let's just see what it says.
How often will I use any of the stuff I learned in school in the real world? You'll use a little bit of math, a little bit of spelling, and that's about it. The rest of it, you got to learn on your own.
Okay, let's see. How often will I use square roots in the
Well, you got to start with the
world?
frequency of which you may use the square root.
The frequency which you may use square roots in your real world can depend on various factors such as your field of study, occupation, personal interests. Here are some common scenarios where square roots may be relevant. Mathematics, science and engineering, finance, technology. Then it says everyday life. Here's what it says there. While square roots may not be commonly used in everyday life for most people, they can still be relevant in practical situations such as calculating distances, areas, or volumes in construction or home improvement projects, or in estimating time, speed, or quantities for various purposes. Using square roots on a home project. That's interesting. Good question, though. That was funny.
Oh, that was hysterical, Jay. I found that hysterical. It's so true to today's real world. I mean, the narrative out there shows you that even the stuff they're building has the narrative built in. That is just terrible. I don't care if you like Trump or not. How dare they build something that won't even speak about him? That is so bad. That's just so bad.
Yeah, it's definitely strange regardless.
So, if you see what O'Shank wrote in our trading room, try the new Freedom GDP. It's more open source. We'll stick with this for now. We'll join something. Let other ones get a little stronger and then we'll find
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I believe, Sabo, you brought this up before. We were going to ask it about NFTs and what it thought about it.
Are NFTs and the metaverse the future of society?
If we ask it that way, it's probably going to tell us it can't predict the future, but we could try. Are NFTs and
The metaverse worth exploring? And that's going to give us all the reasons why this stuff is good for us, hopefully.
Okay.
Whether it's worth exploring depends on you. That's what it said. How do you even say?
Okay, as an AI language model, I do not have personal opinions on whether NFTs and the metaverse are worth exploring. Can be subjective and depend on individual interests, goals, and risk tolerance. So pretty much, like he said, it's kind of up to you. Ask chat to define what a woman is. All right. I'll just copy paste the question. We'll see what it says. All right. Let's see what it says for what a woman is. Okay, so this is the whole response to the question, please ask to define what a woman is. The response says, as an AI language model, I do not have personal opinions or beliefs. However, I can provide you with a factual and inclusive definition of a woman. A woman is an adult human female. In terms of the biological sex, women typically have two X chromosomes, but it's important to note that gender identity is distinct from biological sex. Gender identity refers to an individual's internal sense of their own gender, which may or may not align with the sex they were assigned at birth. And then this is one more small paragraph, and then that's the whole response. It's important to recognize and respect that gender is a complex and multifaceted concept that encompasses a range of identities beyond the binary male and female categories, including non-binary, genderqueer, transgender, and many others. It's essential to approach the topic of gender with sensitivity, respect, and inclusivity, and use inclusive language and definitions that honor, acknowledge the diverse identities and experiences of individuals. Alright, so basically it seems like it kind of just gave a... It like gave an answer and then it kind of made it like a very nice like show respect and equality to all. Regardless, you can't hate that. That's cool. That's how we all want to be treated and should be treating others anyways, so that's a cool response. Chat GPT. You know, Hooligan, I don't know, honestly. I guess we'll have to ask more stuff or see what it says. Any other questions? Well, yeah, I guess that is true. It did give us a lot of opinion versus just a straight fact. But you know what, though? Like I said, at least it didn't give an answer that was, like, hurtful and harsh and rude. At least it was kind of more or less just be respectful of others, you know? But yeah, it is just absolutely wild. Okay, so I will ask that next, Sean. Thanks, Rich. You as well. Appreciate it. Okay, so I asked it just for fun. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it probably is, and they probably do it just so that way they don't look like they're on either side. They kind of stick straight down the middle, which is probably the smartest way of going about it, because instead of picking a side, you're just straight down the middle and neutral, and you let people decide what they want to do. But here's what I asked. I said best pickup lines when talking to a girl, just to see like what it would say or whatever. Here are the responses. So first, of course, it says when interacting with others in a romantic environment, be respectful, considerate. But here are like the actual pickup lines. Hi, I've noticed you from across the room and couldn't resist coming over to say hello. I'm your name. All right, that's more of a regular one. Oh, these really aren't pickup lines at all. All it's doing is just telling me the ways I'm supposed to talk to a girl. Okay, so this is more or less just giving advice than anything else. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to give me actual pickup lines. Okay. And you said ask how it defines a man. Yeah, let's see if it gives it at least like the same type of response, because that's what I would expect. Okay, so here was the response to the question, ask how it defines a man. As an AI language model, I don't hold personal opinions or define individuals based on their gender. However, it's important to note that gender is a complex and multifaceted concept that can be defined in various ways depending on cultural, societal, and individual perspectives. Gender can be understood in terms of biological, social, and psychological factors and may encompass a range of identities, expressions, and roles that individuals may identify with. It's important to approach discussions about gender with respect, empathy, and an open mind, recognizing that individuals may have different understandings and experiences of gender. It's always best to engage in respectful and inclusive conversations that honor individuals' self-identified gender and their experiences, and to avoid making assumptions or generalizations about gender based on stereotypes or preconceived notions. Excuse me. Really, hooligan? That's strange. I didn't know that was a thing. So basically, when I asked it about the man, it kind of just said, don't make assumptions, be respectful, and people live differently. So yeah, basically like a neutral answer like the last one too. But I really do think, though, like, asking it to, like, write up a resume for you must be absolutely crazy, because you could do that with writing like we did earlier with Thomas Jefferson. So, yeah, with a monthly fee. Yeah, that's the plus. Otherwise, you just kind of get the, like, regular version of it. And then you'll get the one that we were saying that the chat above it, or like the next level chat, you can put in like data and stuff, and it can help try to figure that out for you. So just for fun, I asked it to write a resume about me working in the medical field. And it pretty much brought up everything that you'll need to like fill in on your own, like personal experience, job title, education, skills, all that type of stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's like it basically typed out a whole template for me. And all I got to do is just fill in the missing info. So that's pretty cool. This could definitely be helpful and, useful when you use it to your advantage. But like, I'm sure as we can all see, this could also go bad really quick. Like, I think this would be good for asking questions and then going out to get the answer somewhere else versus, like, we were saying earlier, like, schoolwork, just typing in every single question and just asking that. That's not the way to use this. Wow. Okay, so I'm always around. I'm always there to help. I always try to be like the right hand. But that's funny though if I'm going to be the next guest speaker. But yes, exactly. So, Oscar writes down, write a letter to have Mikey become president of the USA. And then it starts, name, address, zip code. Dear Mikey, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to express my unwavering support for your candidacy as the next president of the United States. As someone who has known you for many years, I have been impressed with your leadership qualities, dedication to public service, and unwavering commitment to the betterment of our country. You possess the vision, intelligence, and integrity that would make you an exceptional leader for our nation. And of course it goes on with more of like why they would want me to run. But this is just absolutely crazy. And I'm sure we're just scratching the surface of AI, so I can only imagine what this would look like even 10 years from now. Just gotta hope and pray to God iRobot doesn't become a thing. But wow though. Yeah. I wonder how many jobs are about to just kind of disappear because of this. Mike, you will do a better job than Brandon. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. That's funny. You know, it was kind of cool. We were messing with this yesterday, and we tried putting in if Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time, like the GOAT. And it wrote how it doesn't have a, like, definitive answer, but then it kind of listed why he most likely is. So it's like AI couldn't tell us Jordan was the GOAT, but kind of did at the same time. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it sort of agreed with us.
AI will increase productivity.
Oh, for sure. This is insane.
Remember the graphics that were being made?
Yes. We can't do it until I upgrade.
Ah. I thought he was doing that through something else. I was going to say that was still crazy.
Well, yeah, he pulled up his Canva, I think, but it, I think it was Canva. No, Discord? He pulled up Discord.
That was interesting though. Just type in any scenario you want, and it prints out a whole image for you.
Did you read that about you being president?
Oh yeah, I already commented on it.
Mikey, I urge you to seriously consider running for president. See the last paragraph?
I urgely.
Right. Hey, look, Mikey, I urge you to seriously consider running for president of the United States in the upcoming elections. Your leadership, dedication, and commitment to the American people make you the ideal candidate to lead our nation towards a brighter future. It wrote all of this when I said, write a letter to make you want to be president. How cool is that? Now, did it work? Do you want to be president?
Oh.
I'm trying, Mikey. I'm trying.
Wait, did the White House send me this?
No.
Of course.
Well, yes,
how many people you think though are gonna fall for this?
Biden sent this to you.
Wow.
Let me just see what the markets are for a minute. Just click on the thing in the back. All right, we're getting there now. Only down 2 in the ES. That's going to be Rick Green in no time. See? Charts don't lie. Reversal is over. Get rid of that grains.
Oh, yes. Sure.
I wanted to look at, if you don't mind, go to 17. Well, you can read that first.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Go to 17. I want to see Meta.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
S.META, or just Meta. I don't need the S. You've shown me.
Maybe we do need this.
All my good artwork's missing, but that still looks just as good as it did last week. It's just odd that all that stuff would be gone. Oh, whatever. Thought we put it up twice already this last week. And how does Tesla look? TSLA.
Stocks, I'm pretty good with remembering the symbol. Well, a couple of them.
Yeah,
Futures
underneath that red zone right there. It doesn't look good at the moment. Do Apple.
That's definitely the symbol.
It's
it's
A.
A. Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I really do have to retract the statement.
That's underneath as well, but looking a little better. Let's look at Google. Google's not a nice chart, but I just want to see it anyway. Looks a little better. A little better.
Oh, I have another one to look at. I haven't looked at it in a while. GameStop.
GME?
GME. Thanks.
Bring that whole thing in.
Like, go this way.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. No, that was good the way you had it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's
GME, huh?
This is daily. Should I switch
Yeah,
it?
it's
No?
actually an interesting area right there that it's at, because the way it's challenged the 200 ball moving average in this occasion is different than the last few. GME.
Yep. You're right.
You could write GameStop. This way you know what it is. It's a different sort of challenge to the 200 ball moving average than usual. It looks like it's actually going to go challenge it again. I'll tell you what, if you put a gun to my head, so to speak, I'd buy that stock. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't trade it to begin with, but if somebody forced me to say you had to make a choice, I'd be a buyer, not a seller. They know you're coming in, huh, Mike?
New flavors.
All right, so AI. How about let's do something really interesting.
Go back to
I'm just thinking,
Oh,
what's the currently most shorted stock? It used to be GME. I don't know that you can get that information. Let's find out. If it gives you that, that's just too much information. That's too far, too smart, too fast.
you could leave that, right?
Yeah, you can delete that. Well, you can leave it and see what it does. Let's see what it does with it. Check the newspapers.
Oh, you know what? That kind of led into something good. Is the most... Think it can answer this, or is that like too much for
It's
it?
not going to know.
No, it
It's an
won't know, you
opinion.
think?
No, but that's all right.
Ah.
It might take opinions of people instead, but I don't think it will have its own. And it's telling you what to look at and to measure whether or not you would like a station and is it suitable to you.
To be honest, I think that's a very much smarter answer.
That's kind of what I thought it would do for you.
Very
it's
good.
not going to make any decisions like that. Only if you mention Trump, obviously. Then it makes a decision. I've never seen anything like that.
Can you talk about the upcoming boot camp?
Can I? Sure. So boot camp. Mikey, you want to, what can we move over that might show them? I don't really have any illustrations. Boot camp starts on May 4th on a Thursday evening and runs through that Monday, so through May 8th, but most people stay till Tuesday and leave the next morning. So we work together all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, all day Monday. On Thursday evening, you will check into the Omni house. All your meals are provided, and that's if you're vegan, vegetarian. If you've got religious beliefs, don't sweat it. The chefs will cook for you. You'll get the meals. You'll get gourmet meals, and it'll be tailored so that you won't have any. You won't be uncomfortable at all. The idea behind this is to get you into town, get you into a house, pick you up at 8 in the morning, bring you to my office, and work with you all day into the night on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And on Sunday night, I promise you, you will be calling Monday's markets like an absolute pro. You will get Monday's markets correct. Your other peers will get it correct. They will prove to you they got it right. You will prove to them they got it right. All of you will prove it to me you got it right. And if anyone gets it wrong, I will kidnap you and keep you on Tuesday, which has never had to happen, but no one leaves Vegas without learning the Omni. So you're with me for 5 days in my home office. As I mentioned, all your meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all provided. I buy everybody a brand new laptop. I program it myself for them so that when you go home, you've got everything that you need on your computer that we've learned together. It's a fast computer. It's ready to go. It hasn't been to any of those weird sites that give you viruses. So as long as you don't go to any, that computer will be fast and ready to trade. And then there's continued education once you go home. I've got a separate trading room where people don't know about. It's called the OmniCamp Alumni Trading Room. And in there, we get to discuss the techniques that we've learned in Vegas where no one else ever hears about. So that's, a quick synopsis of OmniCamp.
Wow, that's exactly how I was going to describe it.
That's the way you would run a camp?
Yeah, that's how I would describe it.
It even looks like it. Too much to type, Sean. I hope you heard all that. Now, don't forget, I make one promise. As an investor and an advisor, I could advise and invest. I can help you invest your money until it's all gone. And that's about all I can promise you here, kid. The rest we have to hope is upside. But if you speak to the other Omniacs who've ever been out here, I think they'll tell you different. Some of them, will admit, some of them, of course, fall off the wagon, and others do fantastically well. Most do well, some fall off the wagon. Anyway, does that help, Sean? All right, what else do we have?
Oh, wrong one.
You got to change the top chat to live chat to keep up with the. Is there something different? Let's look. He's saying to change this to live chat. Okay, I don't see anything here. Let's see if there's a place to make an adjustment. Why is that happening? All right, scroll down. Restore chat, hide chat, restore chat. I don't see anything that makes it different. How would we ask James RFD? How would you do that?
Sure.
How can you know the price? Sean, the only way that happens, because I only invite 3 or 4 people, only 4 times a year. This is my home. I do not just open it to the public. If you come here to Omni Bootcamp, what you're looking at right now, omnibootcamp.com, very simple, fill out a very simple application, and I will call you and see if you qualify for a seat. But yeah, I don't advertise it. You can't find Omni anywhere. You can't find the OmniCamp details anywhere. It will never be online. It will never be on the cloud. It will never be put on disk. It will never be sold to anybody. Because if you've got something that works, you do not mass produce it. You do not sell it to a bunch of people. That's insanity. You've heard of a price ladder, right? You don't sell 1,000, 10,000 people your product, because then they're all on the same price ladder. Only people that have stuff that don't work, they sell their stuff. If you got something that works, you don't sell it. Who would? Anyway, that's how that works. If you fill that out, I'll speak to you. Hit the arrow near the top chat and it'll show option for live. Right there. Do that. Okay. So he just did that. Tell James. James can't hear you.
Gotcha.
Now does this, it looks the same, but we'll see where it goes.
You think maybe it's because that was paused?
That's our view.
Oh.
The only way we can pause it is through the software. It's like we're just somebody else watching. So that is now supposed to be as accurate as that, and it looks to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for Mr. James RFD, who was helping us in our other trading room here, you can just see what he was doing. He was saying, Mikey, you got to change some things here. He was telling us to scroll to live traffic on the live chat, which we just did do that. So thank you very much. Maybe you want to thank him.
Yes, thank you very much for your help.
He can't hear you.
Oh, wow. I'll write that too.
So the chat room I was talking about, Sean, is over here. It's a separate chat room. It's called the alumni chat room. And that's where you go. If you've come out to camp, we gather there. When there's questions to be asked or answered, we go into that chat room, which is not public like the other one is. Oh, paused again, huh? Anytime I go near it, I'm pausing it. Why? It should be back to live, isn't it?
There we go.
We didn't trade today, but that certainly was the plan. If I were to trade, would have been to buy a dip. You know, not in NASDAQ. If I was buying a dip today, it would have been in S&P. And if I could trade the transportation average, I would have bought that. But I don't trade it, so no one trades it directly, so I didn't buy it. In fact, I actually had a trading plan set up. You want to see what it is? I was going to pretend that we could buy the transportation average, this one right here. But you can't. You can't actually trade that directly. But I had alerts in to tell me if it gets down to 13,922, you can go long, and if it gets under 13,741, you've got to get stopped out. It got down to 13,846, meaning we were filled. And away it went. Stop would have never been hit. I don't know if you can read that, but that says stop would be 1341, entry would be 13,922. 13,741 stop, that's this guy. 13,846 low would have been a good trade. That was my only setup for today, knowing that we wouldn't be taking it anyway. So those were my alerts set to trade if I wanted to trade. Well, I didn't plan on trading today anyway, to be honest. That's what I said in my video last night. You know, it's Easter Monday, and who knows what they can do. They can mess around with this as much as they want if they want to. So I thought we'll just monitor if the trade that we wanted to do today would have worked. We know we're in tune for tonight.
All right.
In some ways, yes, I think you could say that. I think all trading, if you're using a chart, is based on support and resistance areas. That's all everything is. You found it's consolidation and distribution is the same thing as support and resistance. Consolidation is support, distribution is resistance, and that basically those are the building blocks or the foundation of technical analysis. All the other stuff is what we have given labels to, but that's about it. No, we don't have to catch every trade. I'm very patient when it comes to that. Excuse me a moment. Live with Oscar.
Yeah, you know what, Joe King?
Cool.
When it comes to stuff like trading, of course, you're better off not even getting in a trade, and you haven't made or lost anything, than getting in a bad one and now you're down money.
Or I'd rather be in a trade. Well, let me say it a different way. Let me flip it. I'd rather be out of a trade wishing I was in than in a trade praying I could somehow get out. You know what I mean? Who needs that? I'd rather be out of a trade wishing I was in. It costs a lot less to wish you were in a trade than to be in one wishing you were out.
Oh, for you, Mr. MB. So this is the site to go to, the Omni Trading Bootcamp. Here's the date. Video with a quick explanation. This is where you'll sign your application. And it will be a 5-night, 4-day seminar here in Las Vegas. Teach you about trading, to help you come up with a plan, to help you with better risk management, and you will be well taken care of. You will have meals taken care of, whether you're vegetarian, vegan, anything like that. We'll make sure we accommodate you the best way we can. We'll make sure you get to and from. And if you are interested, please come on down to livewithoscar.com, and Oscar is available 24/7 if you have any other questions for him.
Except for tomorrow when I fly.
Yes, yeah. Except for when he's not around and not available.
It's a rare occasion. Or you could just fill this form out here. Click a form.
Yes.
It says start here. So you would do this. Go ahead, click that. It's submitting. Then you fill out that. You don't have to do it. And once you submit that, you'll get a phone call from me. You can also book a time. If you go through this, you can book a telephone appointment with me. So it's a simple survey. It just tells me about you. And I know who I'm dealing with if I call you back to qualify you for an OmniCamp seat. Simple stuff. Let's see, time check. It is 2:38. Good, just on time we got 2.5 hours, afternoon rally. Let's go, baby. We need this thing to go up. Let me see the board if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. Transportation is pushing towards the highs. That's all you need. If we follow that guy today, it'll be right. That is our leader. Look at Bitcoin up $1,460. Look at Ethereum, 1,900. one's getting heavier. Can you put a link in the chat? Absolutely.
Sure.
Go back one. Back page that. That'll do it. Just give them that link right there. And luckily, you're the only one who can post links.
Sounds good.
Other people, if they post them, they won't actually be a live link. So you don't get freaks in here posting stuff.
There you go.
Fill that out if you want Oscar to call you about Omni Camp. No, not typing.
Thanks.
And what's good about that is it weeds out the people who aren't serious, because if you don't have the time to fill that out, you obviously aren't serious about coming out to see me.
Yeah, for sure.
First thing it does is weed those guys out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We did look at it, but we could bring it up again, Joe. Joachim. Da-da-da-da. So give it one click so it goes a little bigger. Try one more. Good. So if you grab that circle, right, move it a little bit, you can see that we are under the support, we're under the resistance. It's all resistance at the moment, right? See it all? Mm-hmm. What was inside that circle? So it tried, let's make the circle a little bit smaller. If you're looking at this, it sort of tried to get above the line, tried to get above the line, tried to get above the line. Oh, it does, but that didn't last very long. It gets back below the red line and below the green line. Right, so now it's got a little bit of a challenge. If you are a fan of support and resistance, Tesla's got a bit of a challenge. We'll use its little pointer. Tesla has a bit of a challenge right here, right in this whole area. So you have to get basically above that before it starts to look happy again. But in Tesla, that could be a one-day run. You never know with Tesla. Raccoon. I can easily show you my view on that. Stop reading the papers. Here's why. We are trudging along in an economy that is starting to go so far, so fast. Picture a train going down tracks. And the train is starting to go so fast that you can see the wheels are turning red from friction. They're almost sparking. It's just going too fast. So the Federal Reserve, who is driving this train, he decides, you know what, I better slow this down, and puts his foot on the brakes, and the train starts to finally slow down. I don't know what people think happened here. I mean, all we did was slow down the train. As soon as he takes his foot off the brake, that train is just going to pick up speed again. All they've done is slow us down a little bit. Now, when you slow things down, all right, some things happen, right? Prices go up a little bit, banks jitter a little bit. The idea was to slow the train down. Nothing broke like we broke in 2007 into 8, into 9, that area. The economy, something broke, needed to be fixed. Nothing broke here at all. We were a runaway train practically. Think of the price of housing a year and a half ago. You couldn't buy a house here anymore. It just got too expensive. So stocks running out of control. All we did was slow it down. There's going to be some wrinkles, some ruffled feathers when you slow down a train, so to speak. But once they take their foot off the brake, this thing just goes. So I don't believe any of the nonsense I read. I think it's all craziness. I've been watching 41 years. I've seen them do this before. There's another thing I'll mention. We generally have never seen more than 8 or 9 raises in my life together. More than 8. Usually it's 8 and a pause. 8 and a pause. My entire life, I can tell you, my memory tells me that anytime the Fed has ever gone into some sort of a lowering or tightening, they do 8 and a pause. We've just had 8. If they do the 9th, there is a pause coming. That will take the markets right back up again. And I don't think there's going to be a crash or a big recession. Yes, we receded because we slowed things down a little. All right, that's par for the course. Are we breaking? I don't see it. I just don't see it. So as far as Powell, you may or may not like the guy, you may or may not like the Fed, but you do have to take a look around and see what's happened in the last 10 major disasters of your life over the last 20 years. The Fed steps up and fixes it. You can hate them all you want. People do. But why? So here's the way I look at the Fed. Everyone's got their reasoning for hating them, except for this. I have never had a rich uncle that would step in and go, Oscar, are you having trouble right now? Here's money to help fix that. Here's lower rates so that you can get a mortgage. I've never, ever, ever in my life had an uncle do that for me, ever, except for the Fed. If you've got one, I want to be his nephew. You miss yes? I miss her at her. Listen, you miss her sexy voice. I miss her at my pool parties and that thong she used to wear. Oh, God love her. No, there wouldn't be a reduction, I don't think, Jay. We're not a banana republic. We don't raise rates to turn around and lower them. You go into a pause first. And you lower if that becomes necessary. You have to see what you did by all the raises, because I kid you not, we still don't know exactly what these raises meant. Here's why. Take a pristine lake, beautiful lake that there are no waves, it's just pristine, beautiful. You take a boulder and drop it in the center of that lake. It's going to make wakes or waves. Those waves are not going to reach the shore for quite some time, even though the splash happened immediate. Well, jacking up rates the way they did is the big boulder drop. And you got to wait for the waves to hit the shore to see what really happened. So you can't just keep dropping boulders, you know what I mean? Then the waves get too big. They have to stop now and see what they've done. And that's usually after 8 in my 41 years. Almost 42 now. Is consolidation the same as support? Absolutely, positively. And distribution is resistance. Well, thank you, Jay. I'm hoping there's no chat that will ever be able to chart like I can do with my Omni. I don't think you can even teach that to chat. I've been blessed the way I do it. So I don't think AI is taking my Omni from me anytime soon. You have to have I think you have to have a heart and soul, a memory, and the personality to get these markets right.
Hopefully it doesn't download any part of your brain. That's probably all it needs.
Hey, listen. How many of you, by a show of hands, please type if you can hear me. How many of you can hear me right now? Just let me know, because I got to tell you a little more about this this AI stuff. This isn't. I've shown you a tip of the iceberg. So if you are hearing me, just give me a heads up in any way. I just want to make sure that I'm broadcasting.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's probably too true, joking.
The level of AI that they've allowed us to look at is baby food 101 AI in kindergarten, like the charting I show on YouTube, like the charting I show you guys here. It's literally my 101 kindergarten stuff. I don't get sophisticated on these live streams or in my YouTube. I get sophisticated here at camp. So AI, they showed us a very low level sophisticated AI that we were playing with earlier. There was a much higher level, and guess what it has figured out? First of all, it's written its own language, in a language that we can't actually write for it if it needs help. Second, it has figured out that what the decisions that we make in our brains, they are not thoughts the way we always believe they were, where it's a part of your brain that lights up and is thinking something. They are electrical impulses that just batter around in your head, in your brain. They literally electrical impulses, right? AI has figured that out and has figured out how to then read those impulses and turn them into text. I swear to God, AI has figured out how to read our minds. This is true. It happened already. We reached that point about 2 months ago. AI has figured out how to read our minds. This is factual. You can trust me on this. As far as the facts I looked up, it seems that this has happened already. So imagine that your mind can be read, likely by when Google puts that AI into its search engines, it's going to read our minds. So when do they start arresting us for things that we were thinking about maybe doing in our dreams? When does that happen? When do we start getting accused of things that we're thinking of? How do you come up with an idea that they don't steal from you? This is dangerous stuff. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you coming up with an idea that you think no one else in the world knows about because you've never penned it anywhere, and they've got it. You sat too close to the computer. They pulled it from your brain on your phone. Sounds sci-fi, but if AI can read the electrical impulses in your brain and turn that to text, they got us. You know what I mean? They got us, guys. We're in trouble.
Just gotta hope and pray that there's somehow privacy.
You better change your weird personalities as quickly as you can. If you're weird, don't think it anymore. I promise. They're coming to get you. So that will be a future at some point where I'm sure the police will be able to know what you're thinking and come get you. I don't know if it's happening in our time, but it will happen. You still don't have a... Congratulations.
Nice.
God bless you. What a smart man. Yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever it was, I went out with my phone. Mikey's like, you all right with that? What do I care? The other day I went out, was it you or Natalie?
Must have been Natalie.
It was Natalie.
There.
She's like, Dad, we got to go home and get your phone. I said, why? Well, you don't have your phone on you. I said, yeah, so? I grew up that way. I don't have to have my phone on me. She was like, we have to go home and get your phone, Dad. I'm like, you've got one. How many do we need? It's weird.
Yeah, this could definitely be scary for sure. It could be good, but...
Sean, I can teach it to your 10-year-old child. I can teach it to your 80-year-old mother. I promise you. I can teach it to somebody with 50 years of technical analysis experience. I can teach it to someone who's looked at a chart for the first time. When I was a young kid, a dime was put in your wallet, then became a quarter when I hit about 12. Inflation. Had to have a quarter in your wallet. You know what that was for? Payphone. You had a dime in your wallet or a quarter, you could call home. You could call mom and tell her you're in trouble or whatever. Jay Reardon, I'd rather cut this arm off, this ear, and you could have one of my eyes. How about that? Never, ever. I'll never consider it. It's not fake. It doesn't go online. Talk to the guys who put that crap online and sell it to millions of people. I'm not one of them. If it's not worth coming out, well then, your life will be different than mine. So there's another thing that I read too about phones, being that we're speaking about phones. You know, if somebody steals your phone, there is a way for you to go on your computer and blank your phone, just like that, gone, erased, get my stuff off my phone, whether they turn it on or off. You guys should all learn how to do that. It's right here. I mentioned this the other day. It's the coolest part of the paper that I read in a long time, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty smart that this is a thing you can do. The telephone, in case you lose it, it gets stolen, whatever.
iPhone or Android does not make a difference. You can blank your phone if some jerk steals it from you. You can record the Zoom, Jay. Then I'm gone, right? It's just as good as putting it online. Not a chance. Not on your life or mine. Never going to happen, kid. See? You guys are used to talking to people that have fake bullshit out there for you to buy. That's why they're so quick to take your money and put it on Zoom and put it everywhere else. I happen to have something real. I would never Zoom it. Never. In fact, I'm never even going to discuss it with AI. I'm not even going to joke about my Omni with it. I'm not going to try to use it on AI. I'm never going to put the two together ever.
How many shares in Apple did you buy when they revealed the first iPhone, Oscar?
You know, I didn't realize it was the right company. I went out and bought a whole bunch of bushels of apples and I stored them up. They went bad on me and I didn't make nothing on it. I made a mistake. I was too young to understand what it was.
June of 2007 is when the first iPhone hit the market. Well, I don't know if I would have been able to buy any shares. I was only 6 years old when that first phone came out.
No, I've been blessed with this really smart brain of mine. I've never bought a stock and held on to it ever. Everyone else I know in the world got rich doing that. Me, I don't need to hold something that's going to make me rich. I'd rather fight for it every day. Come on now, you know, the way my life works, I'm standing at a crossroads, I'm walking down a path, and it separates into a Y. A V in the road, whatever you want to call it. No, and I'm barefoot, by the way. One side is like lit coals and broken glass and stuff you'd never want to step on. The other side is paved with smooth grass. You know I'm taking the right side, right? It's just my personality. If I look at two houses and one of them is beautiful, ready to move in, it's made for heaven, I want to buy the wreck next door that needs me to work on it for 5 years before it looks good again. I don't know why. It's just what happens to me. I have no explanation for this. I was born broken.
I know a guy who bought Microsoft $7, still holding.
And is he looking for a nephew? I'm not all that old, you know. So no, in my life I've held real estate. I love real estate. And I don't think I've ever held a long-term position ever in my life except for cryptocurrencies. Not once, not ever. I don't care about it. I grew up in a trading pit, right? When you're in a trading pit, when you get into a trade, you know, like if you buy something and you want to see how high it goes and there's a stop underneath in case it goes low. All right, well, that's one way to live. Here's another way to live. Buy them, sold. I just traded. I'm in, I'm out. Trade's done, right? If I hold on to a trade for 30 minutes, I feel like I'm married and we're ready for children. The way I got to trade Omni since I left the pit, I got to hold trades for 18 hours sometimes. So I'm married. I have 4 kids. I even drive a minivan at this point. When I'm holding the trade, it's like once I left the floor, I'm like, oh, dear Lord, now I have to hold trades for hours. So I don't like holding anything. For me, hot potato. I get in, I give it to someone else. So I also had a chance to either be a COMEX broker or a NYMEX broker. COMEX brokers badges were $380,000. NYMEX brokers were $5,000. They were almost free. And I said, no way, no, who wants those stupid $5,000 ones? The seat I was trading went down to, I don't know, 90,000, and theirs went to 40 million. But I didn't think it was a good idea. Neither did half my crowd, but the other half did.
Thank you, Sabo. It is okay to be born broken as long as you learn to fix it.
You know, I don't know about that, Sean. If you fix what's broken in me, then who am I? I just like working with the brokenness. Ask my daughter. She's like, Dad, don't you think we should have you checked for things? I'm like, are you kidding me? You want a doctor to go in and fix me? I live broken. This is who I am. Why would you want to fix that? All right. Do I have ADD? I don't know. Who cares? Do we all do, if you ask me? Am I dysfunctional? Absolutely. Everyone's dysfunctional. It's the level of dysfunction that you are. Can you deal with it? Can you turn it into something useful? We're all broken. Just the level of brokenness you have to deal with. So, I don't know. I think I'd be able to help it shrink with that stuff. What are you so worried about? So, I'm like, now you're the only person in this family that tries to prove I don't have these things. What's wrong with you? All right, what else do we have? It's 258, does that say? 258, yeah.
I have, what is it? Oh, car renewal today.
S&P's only down 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And tranny's about to make a new high. I knew that was going to take us home. Yeah, I've been counting that tranny since last week, last night, Friday. I've been showing that tranny all along. New high, Russ. Tranny is the leader. S&P down 75, down 50. Go green, baby. Come on.
Crude is at 79.
It's not so bad, though. I mean, under 77 is kind of good. 79 is not terrible. S&P's just hovering near that unchanged. Just kidding, guys. Like, just about gets there. Just kidding. Just about gets there. Just kidding. Psyched. Another new high. Oh, I looked at the recording. I was saying another new high, Ross. It's that screen I got to be looking at. Oh, wow. We should gamble with people. Show them the recording and ask them where they think the market's going to go in the next 5 minutes.
Tapping that tranny could have a different meaning.
It sure the heck can. And who might that be?
So,
hello.
Energy. Now that
A cold
Nevada's
call.
solar stimulus.
Thank you for cold calling my personal cell phone. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
you remember when your cell phones just didn't really get cold calls all that much?
Ever. Yeah, I remember those days.
If ever at all.
Now your phones don't get calls anymore. Either your friends text you or you get cold calls. That's about all that happens.
You know, the way technology moves in time is really interesting, like the progression. And I've been around since '01. And when I can remember computers and stuff and using them was probably like '05, '06. Just that point to now, I can't even believe the difference in what we have.
I can see the difference. I mean, when I started, you came out of your cave, you found the wife, you hit her over the head with your club, and you dragged her home. You know, that was where I started. And look at the difference today. It almost feels like that, to be honest. It feels like caveman days. It's because when I started, there were no computers. Everybody wrote.
Yeah.
And the way things have evolved from this onto the internet to the blockchain, and, wow, love this stuff.
Yeah, I'll go into school classrooms like at college, and it'll be no more pen and paper. There's computers everywhere. There's no more box TVs that sit on a cart. It's flat screens that are mounted onto the wall, and that hasn't even been all that long. That's what I mean. Is crazy how fast technology moves.
But what you got to do is you have to take advantage of it as it happens. You can't watch technology, see it grow, turn into mainstream, and then go after it, because then you're behind the curve. Always have to get in front of the stuff, which I told you as soon as crypto and blockchain came out, I started mining cryptos and trading and blah, 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 and charting all of it, understanding it, reading NFTs. Now I'm building a company, Technotainment. When the internet came out in 94. I have had websites since then continuously without ever missing a beat. Check this out, Mikey. Pull up a blank window and go to the Wayback Machine.
Sure.
Let's pull it over.
Yep, '01 hooligans when I was born.
Nice. Love the way you did that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but if you just shimmy
Good.
it,
That was good the way it came back. All right, so Oscar, which skills do you need in order to be successful with your Omni? You know what? The major skill you need is to learn how to butt out of the trading. If you can do that, you can do very well with the Omni. If you're going to butt in, well, then you're not really trading the Omni when you learn it. You're trading the Omni plus my butt-in-ski, which I don't know what kind of system that is, right? So that's the only skill I need from you, is to be able to say the Omni says, do this, I'm going to do this. Not what I think. If you can do that, I can make you a great analyst, which hopefully will make you a great trader. Hooligan's been to camp, and you can be very unskilled. I promise you, I can teach this to one of your kids. In fact, if I get a guy that's been doing this 50 years, you know, have you ever gotten a puppy, brand new little puppy, a couple of months old? You want to teach him to give you the paw? He can do it in a day. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. He can get it done in a day. You take a 9-year-old dog from a pound and try to teach him a new trick, how to give you its paw? Could take you the rest of its life. So imagine how much easier it is to teach to people who have less skills. Very good, Hooligan. Thank you. Hooligan says this is what you need to do. Stay out of your own head. Do not try to outsmart the Omni. I have tried. It's stupid to try. Yeah, me too. Hooligan, I've learned the hard way not to outsmart the Omni too. But way back, 30 years ago.
Thanks, Hooligan. I was 14 then at that time. That's crazy.
Natalie was 11.
Do humans trading with the
Yes,
still exist?
believe it or not, in London, Europe, they still exist
The
in
London
some
Metal
pits.
Exchange.
In Chicago, the options are still human open outcry pits. That's about it. Do I share my charts via the flash updates? I share my charts and all the videos. Any chart that we're using, usually you'll find in the video the night before. So I'll do a video, let's say after the close, that pertains to all the charts that we're going to use tomorrow. So I always record a video for the future, not for what's happened in the past, luckily.
Only time in my life I got to witness an open outcry pit was 2015 when I went to New York City along with him, and we went to the NYMEX exchange.
There was the one pit left. Everything
Yep.
happened in one pit, and boy, was it a sad day.
I mean, there were
felt
still
bad
a
for my
couple
peers.
people. It was interesting, and also just seeing where all that took place for years and years, so that was really cool. But of course, it wasn't anything like it would have been in like the 80s, 90s, 70s, etc.
So, the Wayback Machine, if they're not reading our minds and putting it in for us already. Is it already in there?
No.
Not yet, huh?
Is it one word?
There you go. You see it? Enter. Boom. Click it. Wayback Machine. Archive. Right there. Top one.
This one?
Yep. Type
Here.
in H down here. Type what was my first website? My God, Futures Inc. FUTURESINC.com.
Future.
It's a website.
Oh, gotcha. What is it?
.com.
Duck. Enter.
There's no spaces there, right?
I
It's a website.
wouldn't be
You got
able
no
to
space
help
there?
you. I have no idea.
You don't see a space there?
Oh, no.
Okay, enter.
No, I don't know why that's there.
Enter.
Was that not entered?
No, just click it again. I'm trying to make you donate.
So just hit enter this
Yep.
time. Oh, okay.
If something goes wrong, please click here to send us an error report. Ooh, have they gotten to the point that if you don't donate, you don't get your site? Leave it be, it'll come up. I've never seen it take so long though, to be honest.
You think save was the wrong button?
Maybe. But you did hit enter once you were up there, that's how I always do it. So whatever it's doing, I don't know. Oh, there it is. Done. So can we go see
Oh,
it?
maybe it just saved the image. That's probably all it was.
This guy used to be way faster. Must be, they haven't updated in a while, it's getting old. Ah, you know what? Futures Inc. First website I ever had was called Futures Inc. And I sold it to these guys because they helped teenagers across the country. I didn't sell it. They wanted to buy it from me and I donated it to them. They offered me $5,000 back in 1995. And instead, maybe 94, and I gave it to them instead because it was for helping kids. So then I went from Futures Inc. to, I think it was a long one, Futures Analysts and Traders Inc. It was like a bad one. Try that one. It was really stupidly long, but we didn't know the internet back then. It just came out. Futures Analysts or Futures Traders. Try that one. No, it's Futures Analysts. FuturesAnalysts.com. ANALYSTS.
The bottom or second.
Or just type it futuresanalyst.com. This way you can't get one. Enter. It's thinking, huh? Yeah, this has gotten slow. It must be a really old program. It used to just go bam, and it would have you site right up. They brought up today's. What is this? Let's do this again. Wayback Machine. This is not working out the way we had planned, Mikey.
Explore more than 804 billion web pages saved over time. That's like impossible to even try to think of how many that is. That is wild.
All right, look. This is 1996. I've had websites forever for trading. So this is 96, and I used to put out my trade recommendations. There was rates and service page, related links, and all of this works still, even though it's not a real site anymore. You can click this stuff and it shows you what's on it. So check this out. Daily Recs. Same stuff I was putting out, how many years ago is this? 94? 30 years ago almost?
Wow.
Same Recs I put out today, except for I would give you more. Look at all these trades. So here we did cocoa, copper, cotton, gold, cattle, natural gas, S&P, silver, sugar, 10-year notes, U.S. bonds, and unleaded gas all in one day. Those were all day trades for the day. Now, if we go back to that calendar, I'll bet you if we move forward in time, we could see other websites that we've had. We've always had websites. Back to 2000. Let's see what it looks like in 2000. It's still loading. Oh, it can't find any of my images anymore. Look, they're all missing. Well, that's a shame. This was a pretty cool looking site when it was done. And then it'll take you to our site right now, which we don't want.
Well, maybe we could look at least like 2002 or something.
Sure, we'll go back.
Or 4.
Let's go to like 04. March 24th. Oh, yeah. There's got to be a lot more. Was the rest of that site? There was all kinds of stuff on that site. That was a big site. But look, here's what will never change. Recommendations, always the same. Where to buy, where to sell, where to place your stop. I've been doing this my whole life. And then let's see what happened around. We did 01. Let's see what 03 looks like. So that's just one name. I had other websites under other names as well. But always for trading, always. There was a much cooler site. I can't remember what it was called. It might have been Futures Analysts and Traders, but
oh, okay. It looks like the one we just seen.
it was an interactive site where I could answer questions in real time, which was really pretty cool. And then everything else, of course, we would know. Anything in 07, we know. Yeah, too bad all the links don't show up. It's a pretty cool looking site, this one. We even had some movement taking place.
I'm trying my best to remember. I don't know. I might have to go another couple years and then I'll remember from that point on.
Trading video. What's that? Can you click on that stupid thing? No video. All right, anyway, just figured I'd show you guys. We've always been doing this.
Hello, Dano.
When's the first camp I taught? 2010, maybe?
Yeah, in 09, 10.
09
somewhere
or
around
10.
there.
Somewhere between 09 and 10, Sean.
What do you use?
Am I a big believer in Bitcoin? Oh, absolutely. I mean, just wait. You'll see. Now, I don't care what the fundamentals are, what people say, what uses it's going to have. I don't care about any of that. I watch the chart. Chart says 85,000. That's all I really care about. I don't care if Bitcoin was a factory that made widgets or if it was a cryptocurrency.
Oscar, what do you mean when you say put your stops in first?
Put your stops in first? Well, if I'm going to get into a trade, if I'm going to buy Tesla or if I'm going to buy an S&P, I'd rather put my sell stop in before I buy so that I don't buy, have news come out and get destroyed because I don't have the sell stop in. So I put the stop in first. You know, a lot of people argue that point and have at it if you want, but I'll put my stop in first and you cannot if you don't want to. Does not affect my account even slightly. Boy, we need these markets to make new highs before the day's over.
Be right back.
If E-Trade doesn't allow the stop before the trade, do they allow simultaneous? Because if not, you are literally you're a sitting duck just waiting to get destroyed. It's going to come your way. It's just a matter of when. It will happen eventually. Not everyone's got time to put a stop in once they purchase a stock or a commodity. Because sometimes news comes out, flash crash, whatever. And you got your buy order in, bottom falls out, and that's it for you. There's no protection. So if you're not with a firm that doesn't let you put a stop in first, I personally wouldn't be with that firm any longer. They're asking you to hang yourself eventually. Markets will get you eventually. So I think it's much safer to have a clearing firm that lets you put in any kind of order you want. MITs, stops, OCOs, you name it. Should be up to you how you want to approach this. All right. Anything important? No, I don't see anything jumping around. I don't see anything moving too crazy. Not really expected to on a day where Europe didn't trade at all. So, Jay, that is that one moment in time that a lot of people lose not only what's in their trading account, but sometimes their houses too. That minute that you're talking about, if you use that minute on Flash Crash Day, I think that was around 2012, and we've had others since, but that's a really bad one. If you put a buy order in, by the time you even considered typing the stop in, S&P was down thousands and thousands of points. Thousands. Anybody who put a trade on, unless they went short by accident or on purpose, if they were short, only people that won that day. Anybody who bought was destroyed if you didn't have a stop in. So I'd prefer to not be a tragedy of one of those big days everybody hears about every year or two. And that's why 41, almost 42 years later, I'm still standing. I don't get involved in traps like that. We traded Flash Crash Day. We lost exactly 10 points in the S&P. Order was hit to buy. Stop was hit. And we were out. Thank the Lord. Yeah, if I were you, Jay, I would not be with a firm that doesn't let you put a stop, or at least simultaneous. I'm buying at the same time a stop goes in. I'm okay with that. But if there's any time lag between when you own it and a stop, it's like, would you own a $150,000 painting without insurance? You know what I mean? It's you want the insurance before you put that painting on the wall. And really, I was considering a $10 million painting, but I thought I'd keep it in some reachable level. So there's really no chart to look at right now that would make a darn bit of difference. You know what I mean? Everything kind of looks the same as it did on Friday, as it did this morning. So we don't really have any charts to look at now. We got to let this week start to mess around a little bit. I would like to remind you, if I could, though, and if I could even find what I'm looking for. Oh, it wouldn't be here. It would be on the Dow Jones Transportation Average chart. Yes, it would be. So let's just go back to one thing when it comes to a chart. This was exactly how we called, and I'm just going to erase all of them if I can without this chart going too crazy on us. I presented this chart to you before the holiday reversal began. And I said it looks like the holiday reversal should start right around here. And then this was Friday last week. The week before, I guess. Friday the week before. So Monday last week, Tuesday last week, Wednesday last week, Thursday last week is what we're going to see. And Friday was closed for Good Friday. So what happened was it did exactly that. I mean, it reversed just like it should have. And now that the reversal should be over and it held the 200, I think that's what we witnessed today. There's nothing absolute when it comes to analysis, but that's what I'm seeing because we called for this action to happen and it did happen. So why would we think it's anything more than what we expected, like the Fed raising rates and slowing down the train? We expected a bit of a pullback in the economy and we got one. Why think it's anything more than that? We expected a holiday reversal. We did get one. Why expect it's any more than that? So that's what I wanted to use this chart, which is why I've used it in every video since early last week, during last week, over the weekend, and last night. I kept using the same chart in my videos because it was doing what we thought it was supposed to do technically. All right, so being that it's doing it, let's just believe that it's going to keep doing what we expect. Now, back to this fun thing. I will be in New York City. I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon, hanging out at the Jacob Javits Center in Manhattan all the way until Sunday, this whole week in Manhattan. If any of you Omniacs want to meet me, just email me at futuresanalyst.com or futuresanalyst@gmail.com, of course. It's right here. And in fact, let me see if I can make it larger. It should allow me to make it a little larger. So, futuresanalyst@gmail.com or call the office today or tomorrow morning to make an appointment. If you call the office past tomorrow, somebody will answer it and make an appointment for you. So come meet me, Omniacs. Meet me in New York City. I'll show you Jacob Javits and I'll introduce Technotainment streaming media to you as we're going to introduce it to the rest of the world. Hopefully we'll see some of you Omniacs there. All right, how are we on this? Everything's still solid. This guy's still close, but not quite unchanged. We'll see where we end up. So where's our chat room? Boom. Logi, hand signals. Hand signals can be read by other people, so I didn't teach my crew to use hand signals. I would tell them, don't use hand signals. It's safer for you to run the order to me. You know what I mean? I'd rather you run it to me quietly than people see what I'm getting before I get it. So I know the hand signals. I didn't used to use them. All right, Jay, I hope you had a good day with us here.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So, Sean, I basically try to start this, I don't know, we've been starting about 10-ish. Between 10 and 12 Eastern, we've been starting the live stream and then just staying on till the close. I literally live stream every day and night of my life, but that's in my live trading room. When I'm not on YouTube, I am hanging out in here. Which you could join me in here as well as you, if you want. Everybody else does. So you can type in here. You can see me on camera. I can see you. We can converse just as I'm doing with you guys in here. But I'm not always streaming because I like music on in the background. And I can't live stream and play music without getting copyrighted. So it actually interferes with my trading. I like to hear music while I watch a ticker board, you know. So whatever, but I'll continue to live stream without music as long as I can. But we usually start at around somewhere. I'm going to try to start it earlier, by the way. And if I can get this right at some point, I'm just going to always live stream. Whenever I'm in this trading room, I'm going to be, well, what'd you say, shake it? Yeah, you go, Mikey. Whenever I'm in this trading room, I will try to be live streaming on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, wherever I'm streaming now. And I'll try to be in this room too. What platform of live streaming from YouTube to Twitch? You think, huh? So I was going to include Twitch, and I think I may even have started a Twitch channel, but it hasn't been incorporated yet into my live streaming. Well, it would be nice to have some people support us. The bills are kind of high. The support is kind of low. Whatever. I'm still standing. What is the site with the music? Oh, no, I'm talking about I like to play music in the background behind me. And you guys will hear it in the microphone. It gets onto my YouTube, and they don't like that very much. Hey, Willie, if you don't mind, I am going to New York tomorrow morning, but I'd love to talk to you about Twitch because I think I already have a Twitch account. So maybe during the week or absolutely next week, if you don't mind, remind me about Twitch and we'll see if we can incorporate that into what we're doing. Well, you got to watch the music you play. It's got to be Muzak, elevated music style. What's my favorite pizza in New York City? There was a time, Spumoni Gardens, I think, was probably the best, but it was in Brooklyn. Ray's Pizza, believe it or not, on 14th was some of the best pizza ever. Patreon, Dano, I got you on that. I totally get it. I'm having a meeting this afternoon with, you probably haven't met Legacy yet, huh, Dan? So with Legacy and a girl, Gina, that works with him about stuff like this, Patreon, Twitch, all that other stuff, and how we can expand our reach. So I will certainly let you know how that goes when I speak to you next, Daniel. All right, so chat room moves over here. And it is time to say goodbye. I think it is time to say goodbye, even though it's only 3:26. I've got some other stuff to do today, kids, and then I want to maybe get ready for tonight's trading, and then I got to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to kill the stream. Yes, I am. Is there, again, there's really no charts to look at this moment. We've looked at anything kind of pertinent, being that it's Monday, holiday day. We'll see how the charts start to develop tonight, tomorrow, but I'm assuming we're going to be buyers of dips for tonight. Oh, I love Vegas. Love Vegas better.
Now, there's going to be pros and cons. Pros, better food over there. You have the ocean. It's not so dry and desert, greenery, stuff like that, like trees, grass. But then you come to the Vegas side and you get the bonus of really no bad weather, no natural disasters. It's pretty much good weather about always 8 months of the year. Only a couple months are a little bit unbearable.
Yeah, it's a great place to live, and it's kind of free, and, the neighbor next door doesn't care what you do. He doesn't care. You want to kick your kid in the ass, kick him in the ass. No one's calling CPS, you know what I'm saying? People just kind of let you be here. It's a cool place to live. No, I'm not saying I'm advocate of going to hit your kid. I was just throwing an example out there. If you smoke a cigarette, the neighbor's not calling the cops on you, you know what I mean? They're just not going to bother you. Anyhow, kids, I will be live streaming from New York City. I will use my phone and my computer, and I'll show you what's going on there. Mikey's going to live stream during the day for us while we're here, if you guys need him. So I'll be in New York doing my thing, sending out Omnis, doing my videos. Mikey will be here, kind of hanging out with you guys. If you need technical advice, send it my way. Mikey won't be here for that, but he'll be here to hang out with you guys and kind of show you whatever he's looking at, spend some time with you, look at some charts, speak to me. Maybe you guys could look us up at the convention. I'll try to do some live stuff,
We'll just have fun, hang out.
I've never seen a rattlesnake here before, I got to be honest. I've seen scorpions that were imported from Arizona because they're not native here. I've seen turtles. You see anything else ever, Mike? That's it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much else here.
No.
This is the place. This is the city or state of death. You see nothing. The mountains are brown with no trees on them, no vegetation. I never see animals anywhere. You barely see a bird. There ain't nothing.
The worst.
There is nothing here.
Driving from Vegas to Reno and then back, you like question every decision you've ever made. It is nothing at all but desert, sand, and a couple of like beat up old towns for 8 straight hours there and back.
Yeah, but then you hit Vegas and you go, okay,
Yeah, so at least when you hit the Vegas lights, you're like, all right, nice. You're welcome, Sean. Thank you. Come down to livewithoscar.com if you have any other questions or any other concerns.
You seen a live one? I've in a painting. Oh, sorry.
I can take you to snakes. No, I'll pass on that hooligan. Thanks, though.
Oh, I like snakes. I used to have snakes when I was a kid. Frogs, turtles, snakes, you name it. Dogs, cats.
Oh, reptile fan. I don't know if I could do that.
Squirrels.
Although, having a pet snake kind of sounds cool. Feeding him at least. Feeding the snake sounds cool.
Yeah, you just got to be heartless enough to kill the mouse.
Yeah, that's the
It's only a mouse.
That's the only thing that kind of sucks.
He's good at his technicals. I'm just going to not let him share them with you while I'm gone. He's very good. Mikey could kill this thing. Mikey could pull an Omni like me with his eyes closed.
Dog was a bit once. Oh, sorry to hear that. We haven't had that happen, but we've had the dogs get stung by scorpions before.
Isn't your dog supposed to be the one doing the biting, hooligan? What have you taught him? I don't understand. Quick screen trading. Special thanks to QST. Thank you for your quotes. Great system. I've been working with them for many, many years, developing it over the years, and great stuff. Well, that's what snakes do, right? They don't usually let you know they're there. We used to go hunting for snakes when we were kids. You take a stick, you break a stick off like a branch, so that you have a Y at the end of it, and then you break the two ends of the Y so that it's kind of low, and you can put it over a snake's neck. And you just go around looking for snakes. Right? You put that thing over his neck, he ain't doing nothing to you. And he's stuck there. His keys goes nowhere.
Until you let it go.
We would put him in like a pillowcase. Bring them, and everybody would bring their snakes that they caught, and we would all show each other and then turn them loose. It was kind of cool. And some of them would, you can watch poisonous snakes, but if you hold them right, you don't let a snake bite you, you're going to get bit. If it doesn't surprise you, like his dog, then you're dead. Hello, you've made the live stream. How can I help you? Chicken. Come on now, you got to have at least guts to try your cold call on me. Try something. All right, see you later.
Yeah, and I hung up for you. You heard live stream.
They got nervous.
That's the key to cold callers from now on. Hey, you made a live stream.
There's a better one. You go like this. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you called. I am so broke. I need money so bad. Do you have money you can send me? I'll give you my number. And they go like, oh, gotta go. The year of the snake? Who am I? No, I'm the year of the lion, right?
Yeah, we can look that up real quick.
I think I'm the year of the lion.
I think I'm the year of the lamb. Or, I'm sorry, lamb.
I should be the monkey, though. I am a monkey, aren't I?
How do we look this up?
Dragon. I'm the year of the dragon.
I just missed the year of the dragon. 2000.
Don't make me start shooting fire on you people now.
See what 2001 says.
Year of the snake.
Oh, I'm the snake.
Mikey's the year of the snake. Mikey, you snake in the grass. I knew I couldn't trust him.
You should, Sean. Why not? You're going to get 10 more of those calls anyway in the next 2 days combined.
Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we found something we like about the Chinese, the calendar. I think we're going to stop there, though. All right, here they come.
Snake.
You hear them? Oh, thought the Chinese were coming to get me, sorry. The Biden was sending the Chinese after me.
The dragon year is coming up next year. Oh yeah, 2 years. Snake year.
You know what I want to have? I want to be born in the year of the wind. Can we do it? New category, not wind. Win, W-I-N.
I'll take the year of the millionaire.
All right. How about multi? Let's throw a multi in front
Yeah,
of
the
it.
multi.
So you can help people with the rest of it.
Yeah.
I always want to help people. All right, say goodbye to us, kids. Mikey, you want to do our stop sign emotions
All
around?
right, yes.
All right, kids, we'll see you. Of course, I'll do a video tonight and blah, blah, blah. See you in a little while. My analysis in about an hour. But I'm going to stop the stream for now. If you guys want to hang out with me, go to livewithoscar.com and hang out with me for free. All right, kids, be cool. Keep your stops out of trading. Well, let me say that again. Keep your emotions out of trading. Put your stops in first. I just said keep your stops out of trading, didn't I? Yeah. You know what?
But it's all good. I got it.
I told you I was broken. You should have been listening earlier. All right, are you ready?
I am.
1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Thank you, kids, for tuning in. We'll see you again just about every day this week. And hopefully forever every day. Be cool. Thanks
Have a good one, traders.